And moving to Russia now, where in a surprise move, President Vladimir Putin has removed his longtime ally, Sergei Shoigu, as defense minister. He'll be replaced by Andrei Belousov, Russia's deputy prime minister and an economist. Meanwhile, Shoigu will be appointed secretary of the country's powerful Security Council, which is currently led by one of Putin's closest allies. Now the announcement comes days after Putin was sworn in as the president for the 5th time. And these changes are the most significant that Putin has made to the military command since Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine over 2 years ago. Across the border, Russia claimed to have captured 5 villages near the Kharkiv region in Ukraine's northeast. And Ukrainian soldiers said Russian troops just walked in as there was no first line of defense. Reports say that Ukrainian and Western intelligence knew that an incursion was likely to happen. In fact, Russia had been steadily building up its troop presence in the region, amassing more than 30,000 soldiers. Now, Putin has publicly stated his goal was to create a buffer zone inside the Kharkiv region to protect Russian territories from Ukraine's artillery strikes. Now, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said his troops are pushing back against the attacks and fighting for control of the territory. Zelensky also added that he was rushing more troops to Kharkiv and that Russia's ground operation was possibly an attempt to draw Ukrainian forces away from the eastern front lines.
Special attention is paid to the Kharkiv region. Defensive battles, fierce fighting continue on a large part of our border strip. There are villages that have actually turned from a gray zone into a zone of hostilities, and the occupier is trying to gain a foothold in some of them, while others are being used to advance further. We are also paying constant attention to other areas of the combat operations. The Donetsk directions is no less acute now. In fact, the idea behind the attacks in the Kharkiv region is to spread our forces thin and undermine the moral and motivational foundation of the Ukrainians' ability to defend themselves.
Now, with changes on the ground in Ukraine and among top brass in Moscow, it's clear the war is moving into a different phase. What is unclear is what this new phase looks like and if it gets either side to its stated goal. From impeachments to inaugurations, if it's a political story, we are on the scene. The race for the White House is heating up.
We're beating Biden.
How dare he say that?
If it's breaking news, we're live with the latest coverage. From the White House, the State Department, and Capitol Hill, we know the issues, but above all, we know the players to bring you the latest in-depth analysis on all the key stories that we're covering. I'm Eric Ham. Join me from Washington here on Firstpost America.